Hi everybody, I'm Ann Cupolis and I'm here to tell you about my new Viviva Meditate with Art kit. I received this kit today and I want to show you what's in it. It comes with a Viviva original watercolor sheet set, a water pen, a magic marker, an activity book, and so much more. So you could see the beautiful colors if you haven't used this Viviva original watercolor sheets set yet. They're super vivid colors. It comes with a mixing pan on the back. And then the kit itself comes with a multi-sensory experience that's designed to be therapeutic. And if you know me, you know that I recovered from my Lyme disease. And when I was doing that, I took up watercolors in earnest as part of my healing journey. I'm just writing my name into the front of the kit. I definitely don't want to lose this. You could see the kit comes in this beautiful cork booklet, and it's designed to hold everything. So I'm just choosing one of my inspirational stickers as a mantra for today's meditation, and also turning on some audio. There's a QR code that gives you some different guided audio meditations, and then there's also different mandalas that you can paint. So I'm choosing one, and I'm going to get started. I'm going to use the mandala as a warm-up. So if you haven't used Viviva before, you could see how concentrated the sheets are, and that you just need to use the attached water brush, or you could use a regular brush, to activate the colors that are dried and painted onto the pan. I'm using the back of the sheet here, which is a coated mixing tablet. And I'm just, like I said, I was using that little turtle as an inspiration. And it's very relaxing to do this kind of meditation where you don't have to think about all the different aspects of watercolors. Anyway, so now I'm using that meditation as a jumping off point to do a watercolor landscape using the Viviva. So I'm keeping my sticker there and also my incense stick, which smells really good. And I'm just using the Viviva colors basically as I would any other watercolors. So I'm layering on the different transparent colors, and I've sped this video up a little bit so you could see it sort of, not necessarily in real time. It's a little faster. Just using different colors, and again, it's really relaxed. I don't have a reference photo. I am not worrying about composition. I'm just enjoying myself and relaxing while I paint, using different consistencies, thickening up the paint sometimes and thinning it out other times. This is the Viridian green. Isn't that a beautiful color? So beautiful. It looks purple. It looks like purple foil, and then when you paint it, it's green. So I got a little messy here. Normally, if I'm not filming, I think a little bit more sense to dry off and clean the paints and take really good care of them so that I can make the most of them, and that way they last as long as possible. You can also buy replacement sheets when you run out, which is pretty cool. So I'm adding some of the burnt sienna, which is a really nice reddish brown. My water is starting to turn green because these colors are so concentrated, but I'm having too much fun to get up and change it. So now I'm going to do something that I've sort of started doing in the last year. Is I'm using a bone folder. You could use really any implement, but I'm using it to scrape some of that paint across the surface. And then I'm adding some different colors of paint just to sort of concentrate things a little bit more. If you've never tried using some different tools in your practice, even if you're a traditional watercolor painter, it is nice to experiment with new things, and doing a meditation or just having some sort of mindful play, or even mindless play, I guess, is a really nice time to try new things. Because you're not worried so much about the outcome. You're just enjoying yourself, and you can pay attention to sort of what happens on the paper. So here I added some water, and I'm tilting the paper quite a bit to allow it to flow a little bit more. The osmosis will do most of the work with watercolor. Adding a little bit more water and it will keep it moving. By the way, I'm using Canson paper. It's not even the best paper. It's like a student grade paper that you can buy at Michael's and other places. And I'm using just blue artist tape, which I find doesn't stick to the paper, but if you find it sticks, you can always heat up the gum a little bit on the other side of it by using a hairdryer about 6 inches away, and then it'll come up pretty easily if you ever have any problems with that. Using my bone filter to sort of make some scratches in while things are damp. If you scratch in when things are wet or damp, the paint will flow into the scratches and create darker marks. If you scratch when things are dry, you can actually scratch it out. So I call this scratching in versus scratching out. And now I'm moving the paint a little bit as well. I always move the paint kind of towards the edges of the blue tape. That way I can wipe the tape down, especially if I'm going to tilt the paper again. That way I won't have any backflows. So after taking the blue tape off, I can see the painting more clearly. The blue tape kind of throws me off a lot of the time, especially the value of the blue. I think it looks pretty nice. I put a mat on it to get a sense of what the composition looks like, even though it's very abstract. Hope you enjoyed watching me review this new meditation kit from Viviva. I really love it. Use my affiliates code, which is ANN10 at the checkout at vivivacolors.com to get your own. Bye for now.